Paisley. Today is the 23rd. It's about 10:30 in the morning, Saturday, and yeah, this is where I am. No, you're shocked. This is just the other side of the jetty. I'm in like a little sandy cove. There's another, creates this like Y kind of shape and fills with sand. And it's very dramatic when the tide is in, but it is very far out right now. There are a couple, so this jetty here marks the entrance to the harbor, and it looks entirely, sorry, there's like little bugs everywhere, and I'm gonna start murdering them on screen. Sorry, not sorry. But this bit of side jetty, this Y shape, has pointing to things, some natural stone in it that they just kind of connected with a pile of boulders. It's interesting, I had never noticed that before, where the stone changes from just a jumbled pile to something that looks like it's deeply buried in the earth, or at least deep buried in the sand. You know, I think they're called glacial erratics. It's all granite because it's New Hampshire and it's the granite state. So I'm back here again today. It's another beautiful day. I don't know how many more of these I'm gonna get. Last week was kind of not chilly, but it was cool. It's been raining. Some days we get heavy rain, some days it just kind of ruins the day kind of rain, where you're out doing what you're doing, or you're inside, you're trying to get something done, and then downpour, and then by the time you've like reacted to it, it's already over. Behind me, I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes waiting for a break in the traffic, and the traffic that I'm talking about, it's not just the people wandering back and forth behind me, but the nightmare nags. Like, the kids are cute coming back and forth, but when like the moms just can't dial down their mom qualities for long enough to enjoy themselves, it's like, why didn't you just stay home? And I didn't want that on my video. Yeah. So this week at work has been pretty light. I spent a lot of time, sorry, I'm killing bugs all over the place. It's like they're like gnats. Sorry, I was talking about work because you love that. I know you don't. It's been another slow week at work, which is another, you know, just like the weather, I'll take it while I can get it. Just kind of, you don't bring that point up very often that things are slow at work. Like, we used to be able to fill our time with stuff that we couldn't do when we were busy, but because it's a work from home digital environment, it's like you don't file paperwork. Sorry, I am dealing with the swarm around me. So when things get slow, they just are slow. Sorry. Yes, I'm distracted. So just kind of, you know, taking it easy, enjoying the summer, which is a complete contrast from last year, where there was way more on my plate than just getting the work done with that. We had big projects last year. They just kind of kept bigger and bigger and bigger. And then after the project kind of concluded in at the end of September last year, we transitioned to using the new systems that we had designed, and other people really took over for improvements to that system, because the improvements to the new system involved other people. And although it would have been interesting to be involved in those projects, it's kind of outside of my department, so I'm not going to kind of migrate, I guess. You know, it's something interesting to do, so, but you don't want to have people ask the questions like, why do you have time to also do that? And the question of, is that department also kind of slow? If I'm slow, then they must be slow, so this is their project, don't take it from them. Kind of, you know, lots of things to consider. I don't want to take work from other people that are also, sorry, I'm apologizing a lot, but I feel like this is both of me. So I'll wrap this up. Hopefully it just stays slow and nobody notices and nobody gets laid off, right? And just enjoy our time. There was the other, I wouldn't say job opportunity, but people that were interested in me, and their company sounded like an overworked nightmare. So it's about knowing when you're in a good place, and could I have made more money? there, yeah, but I would have hated it and I would have wanted to leave. So I have to navigate my way out of. I don't even notice what's behind me on screen. I don't know, life. Like, I pass multiple interesting displays as I walked down the beach to get down here, including a bare-ass naked baby, all sorts of, you know, swimsuits that look like flesh tones, and all sorts of interesting choices. The kids, alright, so here in the Northeast, our kids are still not back at school. They will be back at school probably the end of next week in most places. And that has to do with the minimum number of school days that are required for the states around here. And we lose school days when it's snowy or other kind of weather risks. Like if we have a heat wave in September, we'll close the schools because the schools aren't equipped for it. Or a heat wave in the beginning of June because a lot of schools don't have facilities that can handle that kind of heat. So we lose school days during the year, so we got to start early and we have to go later, and that's just the way it is. But then we'll have Labor Day off. So I have Labor Day off. I can remember that I have Labor Day. It's a Monday. I thought we were going to have the Friday off as well at the office, but I must have been looking at a previous publication that had been revised, because I went back to it and no, we do not have that next Friday off. But I mean, I could still take next Friday off too. In fact, maybe I will. I'll see you here if the weather is up for it. You never know. Thanks for watching. This is Liam from Base Stated.